What's up, y'all? I got for y'all today 5 things that I did that led me to changing my diet. Number one was I prayed. I prayed 2 different prayers to the Most High that I know led me to where I am now. The first prayer I prayed, I was pregnant with my third child, and I knew that I was going to end up with several children, which we ended up having 7. But I had already retained weight from the last 2 pregnancies, and I wasn't feeling good about myself. And I was just thinking, like, if I'm going to have several children and I just, retain weight after each pregnancy, I don't want to be that big. So I was crying out and praying that he would help me to not just retain all this weight. The second prayer that I prayed, I remember I was struggling with like an issue in my body, and I was in the closet praying about it, asking to be healed. And I remember that he very quickly whispered to me, just so softly, he said, "Your healing is in your diet." And those are the 2 prayers that I know led me to where I am now. Because he answered me when I cried out concerning health and concerning weight gain, and the answer was change your diet. So, number 2, the next thing that I did, I started changing the way that I shopped. And I first started with just buying organic foods, just trying to buy higher quality foods and more fresh vegetables. And I did have the mindset that eating organic or eating healthier was expensive, but I still forced myself to come out of there by buying 1 tomato. The very first organic thing that I intentionally bought was a tomato. Everything else, all the other produce that I bought that day was non-organic, but that 1 tomato, I said I can start with this one. And every time I went to the store, I bought another organic item and another one until eventually I got to a place where if it's not organic, I'm highly likely not to buy it. Some things I will, but a lot of things I will not. Um, Number 3, I gradually weaned myself and my family off of certain foods. So we had a nice slow walk down. The walk down was so slow that some things they didn't even notice. They might have just been like, "Hey, what happened to that? Like, how come we don't have that no more?" So it's very slowly we walked down. I started switching out things. Certain things I stopped buying. I stopped making certain things. I stopped buying processed stuff and I started making it at home. So it was a very slow walk down of changing our diet. Number 4, I set before my eyes the goal that I had in mind. I knew that I wanted to eat better. I knew that I wanted to eat healthy and I wanted my family to eat healthy. So I just kept watching shows, YouTube channels of people making healthy foods. I wasn't even necessarily copying the recipes. I was just watching. Y'all ever seen Ty's Conscious Kitchen? That's just one of them. Other channels I watched, but there were channels that I sat down and I watched, and then my children they would join me. They would just get in the bed with me and start watching, and they began to love it too. But I watched that, and that changed our mindset. Before, like I literally remember watching. Um, I was watching Yaki Hickman, and I was eating a burger while I was watching it. You know what I'm saying? But at that time, I had enough understanding to know that I'm changing my mind. I don't have to force myself to change everything else out here. First, I just want to change my mind up here, and then everything will follow. And number 5, I actually developed recipes. I actually took out time to develop recipes that I know my family would enjoy. So I made the effort. I came up with ideas. I said, what can I make that they will actually eat? And I will stay up late at night when everybody went to bed. I used to actually do trial and error and make things to test it out. And then I would give it to them. Some things they liked, some things they didn't. But it led to me developing awesome recipes that I will be sharing with the world very soon. But it led to me developing awesome recipes and things that I liked and my family actually liked. So those are the things that I did. Those are just 5 other things that I did that led me to changing my diet. I'm Katila Usuri. I'm a distributor of wisdom from Yahuwah. I'm here to help y'all. Y'all have a good day.